Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. Okay, so today I'm going to teach you a tool which is good for automation testing. Now, in a DevOps engineering, do you need to get deep dive into this? No, you are not going to play the automation test engineer role, but you should be having idea, okay, how it works and all because QA part you should know. So for that region only, we have added these two tools, Selenium and JMeter in this course. So let's get started. So as part of these sessions, we'll learn why we use Selenium, what is Selenium, some of the versions and tools for it, how to set up Selenium and some hands-on. So why use Selenium? Simple. Manual testing is not a good thing in a DevOps. You know that. So what you're going to do? So automate it, you're going to automate the test cases. That is something which you can do that. If you look at this here, nowadays most of the application is built on the web based, accessible through the browser. So in the browser, how can you automate the testing process? That is something which we need to do, and that is where the Selenium is coming. So Selenium is free, open source, compatible with all the operating system, works on any browser with multiple programming language. And to what? Automating the testing process. Okay, look at this here. Some of the competitors, if you see, you have HP, QTP, IBM, RFT, Test Complete, and Selenium. If you compare everywhere in terms of license, cost, customer support, coding skills, environment support, and language supports, in every parameters, Selenium is good. But in terms of coding, except coding skills, that means in order to automate the testing process, uh, you need to know Selenium. You need to know coding skills actually for this. So high coding skills is required. So that is the one of the cons you say for the Selenium. So what is Selenium? So Selenium is open source tool that can automate almost any web browser. Okay. So many test cases, so much of work, so much of stress you can automate using Selenium. So Selenium can only be used for to test web application, mind it. It's not for the console based application. Selenium is fast and easy to use, even with large set of data, and has a guaranteed accuracy. Selenium directly runs script for any web browser to automate the web application and test it. Version and suite of tools. So if you see the Selenium release, they have a multiple product as part of it. One we call it IDE, another one we call it a grid, third one we call it a RC, and then WebDriver. So these are the four products which you have in this suite. What has happened over the period of time? If you see Selenium version 1, we had IDE, then grid, and RC and WebDriver. In Selenium 2, what has happened? They merged the RC and WebDriver and they call it WebDriver. And the 3 also we continued ID, grid, and WebDriver, which is the improved version of it. So 3 is the one which we are using. So now the question you must be asking, what is ID, what is grid, and what is WebDriver? We'll discuss in some time. So yeah, Selenium support all the browser that is there. How does it work? So this flow, uh, we'll discuss this one on this. So right now, supported all the browser. These are the languages which is supported by Selenium. That means if you are coding for automating the test cases, you can use this language: Java, C++, C Sharp, Ruby, Python, JavaScript, Perl, PHP, and all. So in this demo, I'll show you some Java code that is there. So how to set up a Selenium? Simple. Selenium is Java based application. So first you have to install the Java. Okay. Second, browser which will be there in your machine also. And then you have to download the Selenium, which I'll talk about it something. Okay, so these are the things. Uh, let's understand this one. Yeah, so now we have three component in Selenium. Okay, one component we have is ID. Okay, and second component is driver, and third component which we discuss is grid. So what is ID? What is ID? So if you're thinking about ID is something like a editor or something, no. So ID, Selenium ID is basically is a plugin, add-ons, extensions. Now what plugins you're talking about? So I'm talking about the plugins which you install here. Did I start the recording, right? Yeah. So here, see, you go to setting here, add-ons, extensions, and you search for Selenium. And you see here, this is the ID. So any browser, if you go for it, if you search for ID, Selenium ID, you will get it. And the same thing, you can install it. Understood, all of you?
Yes.
So this Selenium is ID. Now second component is WebDriver. I'll discuss this one. Okay, and grid also. So first let's learn. So what I did, I have already installed this. This already installed it. Remove is there because I installed it. So now here it's enabled. You can disable also, and here it will come. Right now I'm using in the Firefox. You can use any browser like Edge or Chrome. Internet Explorer is expired already, so that is the. So let me click on it. See here, this is the ID. Now you must be wondering what is this. So I'll tell you in a very simple way, you'll not get confused. Using Selenium ID, whatever the browsing you are doing, it will be recorded. Yes, again I'm repeating. Using the Selenium ID, whatever the browsing you will do to test the website, that things will be recorded, and that whatever you did in order to test the website, that you can run multiple times. You can rerun. That is ID. Got it, all of you?
Yeah, so it's like a macro, something that's repeatable task. You can just automate it basically.
Whatever the browsing you will do to test the software, it will be recorded.
I
So
I
now
have
here,
a question, Ajay. Um so this is not a testing tool for, I mean, is this a specific testing tool only for browser type code you want to test?
see, any web-based applications. Okay, see, there is a three types of applications which we have. One is a console-based applications, one is web-based applications, and one is app-based application. So console-based applications which use like MS Office, correct? Example, which you have used in the laptop. Web-based application means any website which you see, www, that's a web-based application. An app-based means placed Android app or iOS app or whatever it is. So for this one, console-based application, QTP was very popular. QTP for the console. For web-based, Selenium is very popular, and for applications, Appium is very popular. So these are the testing tools which is very popular. Got it?
Okay.
So here, so you can create a new project, existing project, all this thing you can do that. So let me create a new project, and this name is Rajesh Kumar dot xyg, and done. So now this is the ID, you get it. It's very simple though, don't get lost. So here, if you see that here, you can open the project, you can create a new project, save the project, you can start the recording, You can pause the recording. You can set the timer between the two test cases. So here test cases 1, 2, 3, 4. Here you can add a test cases. Let me show you here. See here. And here plus added new test cases. One is added, one you may add it, one more, delete it, duplicate it, rename it, all these things you can do that. Okay, now here you can play the test cases, play all and all stuff like that. So here you have logs which you can clear also. And now whatever that you did on the browser, recordings will be done, and here it will be stored. So here command is like a click is one example, and target where you clicked, what you got response value and all stuff like that. So this part command target and value we call it Selenium. Okay, so now let's understand the Selenium. So see here, understanding the Selenium ID. So you record, and the moment you start recording, generate a Selenium, and then you can replay multiple times. So what is Selenium? So Selenium tells Selenium what to do. Selenium command, Selenium are of three types. So there are three types of Selenium. One is action, another one is SSS, and third one is assertions. So these are the three types of Selenium you have it. So what is action? So this you have to understand, okay? And these are the common topic everywhere you have it actually. So what is action? So action is like a click on the website, generally manipulate the state of application, like click this link, select that option. If an action fails or has an error, the execution of the current test stops. Now next thing was the assessors. Assessors here, when you run the command, you have some values here. So that is assessor. So here assessors means anything you, let's say you clicked, you hit the website, so you got something done, right? So basically whatever the output has happened because of action, output stored in some places, variables, that is called assessors. For example, web page, you have a title, right? So title is one of the assessors. So examining the state of the application and store the results in variable, and that is called assessors. Now what is the third thing? Assertions. So basically, you know what, whatever the results you got it, that is assessors. And assertion is a way to check whether the assessors, the results which you got it from the action, is correct or not, true or false, yes or no, fail or pass, like that. So that is called assertion, verification process for assertion. So here is very simple flow. You click, you got something, stored something, and then here you verify whether it's pass or fail. Are you understanding?
Thanks.
Hello?
Yeah, I think so. I was saying, I think
Yeah,
we'll have to see.
I'll show you. So here some of the examples. These are the more actions and all. You know, assertions also three types. Mind it, three types. Assertions is also three types. So what is this type? So here assertion is one is assert, verify, wait for. So what happens when the test cases, when you are using assert, let's say for as part of assertions, okay, to verify assessors, okay. So when you use assert, so if the assert condition is not match, it fail, then whole test is aborted, because here you have a multiple test, okay, left side will have multiple, so whole test is aborted. But if you see verify, so if you use verify during the session, if it is fail, it will continue. And third one is wait for. That means wait for till get something become true, and then continue the test cases. So these are the three types of assertions we should have. Okay, so now I'll show the demo. So look at this here, ID demo. So what to do? So first thing, I need to add a base URL. So I have decided I will use this website for testing. Okay, this is the website. So what to do? So put this here base URL. And this whatever you see command target value will be automatically filled. I'll just rename it RK homepage test. This is the one test cases. Like that you can create multiple. Now what you need to do, let me close this. This is further. So here I'm recording this. See Rajesh Kumar .xyz has been automatically started recording. You'll see that Selenium ID is recording. Now whatever you do on this website, it will be recorded. I'm hovering down. Okay. So here whatever you do, it will be recorded. And then you click on it here, you click here, you click here. I click on the educations. All these things recorded. After that, what you do, go to the IDs here and stop recording. See here. Whatever I did, look at this. Open Windows Edge, click here, click there. See here, all this got recorded. Are you understanding?
Yeah.
And then you save this. Somewhere save it. Now, if you want to run it, so run it. So let's close this and run it. See here, see every test goes pass. So it happened so fast, you did not realize it. So like that. Now let me start one new website. So here DevOps freelancer.com. So this website I'm going to use it. So here go for this, change the website. This is one test cases. You can have a more test cases. Okay. So this is the one. Here, this is the second test cases. Now start the recording. So it got loaded. Now what should I do? Click here, click on the services. Okay. And then after that, I can do more actually, but not complicating too much. Stop. See here, open Windows, click here, click here. Now can I run this full test cases? So both right now. See here, DevOps. So fast it has happened, so it run. So like this, you will record this session, and then you can run it as you want it. Got it, all of you? ID?
Yeah. Yeah. But Rajesh, you started off saying that this is actually a test. So I know in this case we are just doing a demo of what the tool does, but can you talk about the actual application of this? What would a real-time application, do you have any idea as to how that would look like? I'm trying to understand that.
Real time. This is a real time only, no? This is a
No, no,
website
no,
will
no.
be.
Sorry, I misspoke. I mean, um, uh, like an application that you think, or real scenario where Selenium gets used in the
Okay,
real
okay.
world for real-time
So
cases.
typically, right now I'm just showing you the simple static website, but typically we'll be having login, okay, a registration check, registration is successful or not, getting once
Okay.
that certain data is coming or not on the website. So test I have
Okay.
not done it, just wait for it. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So now let me do the certain data check. So let me find out, let me delete this test and go first data check. So here, let me do that stuff. So
I think I got it. So basically, if you're expecting some code changes happen, if you're expecting your browser to reveal some new data, either if you have a matrix there, a new column or a new row, you can create that test and see if this will
all
pass.
right.
Okay.
So here now I'm doing the test, enabling the test. So please look at it little bit carefully. So here, first thing, let me close remaining sessions. I'm not opening this. Selenium will open all this stuff. So let me start the recording. This time what I'll do, the some text on the website is coming or not. For example, this test I want to verify whether it's there or not. So here, start the recording, and here what I'll do, select this text, okay, and right click. Okay, I did right click and then Selenium ID. Assert, I told you, right? Assert, here you have assert, verify, wait for, store. Now assert for, I'm doing assert. That means text case should fail. Assert for what? So assert for title, assert for text, not a text, all these things. A lot of options are there. Just text. So here I did it, and you see here, stop this guy. See here. This is the text. If the website, which is rajeshkumar.xyz, if this text will not be there, test cases will fail. That is the idea. I did assert text, okay? So it will fail. Remember, verify, wait for, I do not try. Let me run this. See, test got passed. See here, log. But I want to fail now. So I'm expecting 18, but in reality you have 15, correct here. So what I'll do, this is wrong, right? I'm expecting this one, but in reality this is an older website. So what to do? The test cases will fail. So here, see, actual value is this one, but you are expecting something this one. So this test was failed. One failure instance has happened. One test, one fail. So this is the way test engineer will write a hell lot of test cases one by one manually through ID edit. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so next thing is what is web driver? Web driver. What is web driver? So let me explain you in a very simple way. You know what? This work which you are doing, I showed you through ID, is a manual, still manual work. Yes. Once you have created test cases, you will run it, but only I can run it. You cannot run it. Or it's like very dependent on the browser. Getting my points? Okay. So every browser, you have to do the same thing. So how can we codify this one? So codify, how can you do that? So very simple way. Let me create a flow so you'll understand better. So here, this is you, okay? And whatever you did in the ID, all this thing, you will write a code for it, okay? Now this write code, which language you can write? So I showed you, you can write in Java, Python, C Sharp, all these languages, you can use it. Now using this language, this you will extend using Selenium client. Remember, I'll just write it client. You will extend it. Where is the client? How do we get it? So just download it. Selenium client. This is the, see here on this website, so many software are there. This is a client for C Sharp. This is for Ruby. This is for Java. This is for Python, and this is for JavaScript. So I will download this one. By the way, 4 release has come. Recently it got released. So mind it. So this is the Java client. If you download, how do you see that? So let me show you rather than talking. So typically I install all of my software in C tools, right? And here you go to Selenium, and here this is the client. This is the downloaded and extracted format. Okay. So this is the first thing you got it. So you'll download the client and you extend the client to write a code. Java code, C++ code, Python code. Now what you will do, you will use this code. This code will use the driver. Now we'll say, what is a driver? So driver, basically this code, you are using three driver. Okay. And this can be one test cases, like that hundreds of test cases you have to write it. Okay. So here this is a driver. What is a driver then? So this is a just executable. Then you'll say, what executable? So this executable for different browser. So this driver is for Firefox, this driver for Chrome, this driver for Edge. Okay. So now you want to see the driver. Let me show you. This is the web driver for Chrome. This is the exe file, and this is for Firefox. Now you'll say, Rajesh, from where we get it? Just download here. Selenium. Just say driver Firefox. Firefox. Okay. So here this is a driver. Here you get it. Okay. So I'm just still looking for it. This is the tutorial actually. Here it is. GitHub Gecko driver. So now you download this. This is the version of it, and here you have download. So it's for Windows also, Mac also, Linux also. This is yes, Gecko driver. Next one is Chrome driver. Just download Chrome driver. You will have it here. This is the one. And where is download? Here. See, this is the download Mac, Linux, Windows. So you'll download this driver from the website. So now you see that here you write a code and then you write a driver. Now what will happen? This code you will send to the driver through the code itself, and this driver will execute this browser in the same machine and give you the results whether it's pass or fail, pass or fail, or pass or fail. Got it? So this way one code you can test in the three browsers together, and you don't have to do manually here. This code you have to write it. Understood?
Um, okay.
So
I
now
guess
this way, tell me.
no. I was just gonna say. Sorry, you'll show a simple example of understanding what type of a code you write in the client place that the driver will pick up.
That code I'll show you that. That's not a problem. Flow
Okay.
understand that. We have this one problem manually. We need to create each test cases and run it in my ID. So I cannot run this one in the Firefox, sorry, Chrome and Edge, correct now? Because I have to run it in the Firefox only. So you have to
Hmm.
redo that stuff in the different browser, correct now?
Hmm.
So what to do? So we'll write a code. This code will send the instruction to the this web driver exe file executable, and this driver will send to their respective browser and run it on your behalf and then give you the output, correct now?
Okay. So this is the automated version of what the first one. First one we're clicking there, the code will actually do the job.
Yes, automated version of first one, correct.
Okay.
So now the question is, how do we write a code? This is an important one. Okay, So here there is one advantage of learning the ID. Let me show you. So here you have run ID, one test cases are there. Right click on the test cases um, under the test one here, dot dot dot, and you see export option. So you can export these test cases in any language: C Sharp N unit, C Sharp X unit, Java J unit, JavaScript, Python, and Ruby. So I'm expecting exporting in Java. My setup has Java. Let me have show you this file. See here, open this code. See, this is your code. Now this is a all this Selenium client I said no, you need in the class path. So this is importing those library. These libraries are here, which I downloaded already. You need this library, otherwise this will be not imported. And here is your code. Okay, so your code is, see here, driver. What driver? So driver here, if you see Firefox, see here, Firefox driver. Okay, so driver, that this code means open this website, driver.get, which website? Open this one. After that, change the window size. After that, finding element and click here, that's action. And then try to assert that same thing which I did manually, you are doing through code, and you didn't have to write the code, you exported the code. It's a Java code. Got it? All of you?
Yeah, I think so.
So this is a Java code. So like that, you will have a thousands of Java code which you can run using Maven, the one which I taught you last session. Okay, so now let me show you some example code which I have written for running this in advance. I'll share with you. So look at this code first. Example one. In this code, what we are doing, look at this. So here we are declaring the driver. So where is the location? This is the right location where I copied the driver. And these are the variables in Java I set. So this is a website, and if you open this website, let me open up this website. And here, what is the source? So these all are variables will be Selenium actually. So what is the title? See, title is this one. So here what we are saying, for this website, expected titles variable is this one. Let me, this one. Expected title is this one. Okay. And actual title will be the also this one. Actual title is right now this one. So this test cases, which is I'm expecting what? This one. In real, you have the same. So through code will validate. Here same function driver.get here variable. Actual title, get the title. So driver.get title. Okay. And here you are putting the condition, if actual title the content equal to expected title, test is passed, else test failed. Got the logic? And driver close. Got the logic?
Yeah, I think makes sense.
Yeah. So now this time it will be passed. I want to show the past. Now the question is, how do we run it? So mind it, all the ecosystem you have to have it, Java and all. This Java program you have to write it. Right now I'm not running through Maven, but one test case I'm running. So you'll understand that part. Using Maven you can run in the mass. So what to do? So you have to compile first. So let me compile. So this is the command to compile the Java program. And here this I'm adding the class path, else it will not be pass. So command, and you see here enter, and here you have a class path. Now you have to run this class path, and this will open up a driver and do all the stuff. So this is the command to run the Java program. One command. But Maven through how you run, you know that. So there is a problem. The problem is it says, so class path. Let me add both the things. Ah, so now class path. Now I'm not doing anything. Everything is done by the driver exe, which is opening the Firefox, hitting the DevOps trainer.in, opening up that one. Assert will check whether it's pass or fail. I'll show you the results. So this is the output. Now a little bit go in detail and see that, and see here test passed. Correct now? So whatever the thing which you were expecting, it was there. But now I'll do opposite way. So let's say I'm expecting something like this. Mind it, this is the expecting title, but you have a real this one. So now what to do? So I need to compile this code because I changed the code, right? So I need to compile this code again, javec, and then run it one more time. Open the browser, and we'll do some test automatically. And now let me tell you, see test failed. Got it? So here the title was you were expecting this one, but actual was something different. So here test failed. Got it, right?
Yeah.
So this way, now you think at the large scale, okay? This is also one program I run it, but a large scale, 100,000 program you have, 1,000 test cases you'll have it. So this is the one test cases. Like that, test engineers will write thousands of test cases through Java program or Python or whatever it is they're supporting, and then they will run through Maven or something like that. Got it, all of you?
Yeah. Makes sense.
So this way you can codify the things. Now there is a problem in this model also. So third thing which I said, so in Selenium three component you have. One is IDE, second one is WebDriver, and third one is grid. Okay. So what is a grid? So here the problem is this WebDriver is running in the one machine only. You are able to check. See, first problem ID we had a problem with the one browser. Through the WebDriver we got the multiple browser and then codify the stuff. But in the third problem what you have, let's say I'll put it in a very simple way. Let's say you have thousands of test cases, and for one test cases you will take 1 minute. So you should take 1,000. If you run it, you'll take 1,000 minutes. Simple as logic. Correct now? But my manager is saying, hey, give me the feedback in 10 minutes. What to do? Thousands minute to 10 minutes. What to do? All of you.
And maybe we'll automate the task.
Automation is done, no? Codify, I did it. What else you need? Everything is in code format. It's just a matter of running ambient test, if you remember. Ambient test, Maven test, remember?
Okay.
So I have a thousands of test cases, each one of which will take 1 minute. So 10 minutes I want the result. So what to do? Nothing
You
great. Just
you will
yeah, tell me.
codify this also?
No, it's not codify. It's already codified. Simple. Run in the hundreds of boxes. No, right now it's a one box. No,
Okay.
got it. So hundreds of boxes you run. Each boxes you have 10 test cases. So you have 10 minutes results. You are out. Correct now. And consolidate the results, and you are good to go. Simple, right? Correct now.
Yeah, but for running one test result, you need just a box exclusively. That's not a good way to. I see
What
what
is
you
that?
mean. No, I see what you mean that you can split the load into multiple machines, but each
Parallel
machine,
testing. Hmm.
yeah, but
Each
that,
machine will have a same setup. We'll have a driver and Firefox, and then code has to be sent to parallelly different machines. So what to do? That is where the grid is coming into the picture. Let me propose you this design. So here this is you, okay, and then this is the code. You have a thousands of test cases, 1, 2, 300,000. Now you know what? This thousands of test cases, there is option number one you had sent to the local driver LD. Local driver means, look at the code here. This is the local driver, same machine. Okay, so this was the local driver. But right now I don't want to send to the local driver. So where you want to send? So you should send to the grid. Okay, you should send to the grid. Many people call it server also. Okay, so this local driver, you have a browser, and this is a one machine. Okay, this is a one machine one. Okay, but when you set to grid, it's a different machine, and this grid you need to add multiple node, one machine, two machine, 100 machines, and each machines you have a driver, the one which you say Firefox driver I just say driver 3 driver, and here Firefox, Chrome, Edge, same model here and here. So now what will happen? Understand this. You send these thousands of test cases to grid, and grid will parallelly send the test cases 10 to this, 10 to this, 10 to this, and it will run parallelly all these test cases and then give you the results. Simple. Understand? All of you? Hello?
hmm, no, maybe. So, so in I'm trying to understand the picture from the way you described the WebDriver. And the WebDriver, when you coded it and then you sent to the driver gave the result. The equivalent of that is use your local box becomes the grid, and then grid does everything for you. Or did I misspeak?
Sorry, I was on mute. So I was saying, see, first thing understand that why do we have a WebDriver? WebDriver we have for two reasons. One is like you can write a code and send to the driver, and driver will talk to the browser. I don't have to talk to the browser. And second thing, we have a three driver for three different browser.
Hmm.
So if you want to do the same code testing in the different browser, you can call the driver and then they will do the testing. But this will be a problem. This will be done in one machine only, correct now?
Hmm.
So how do we overcome? That is what we are proposing here. Hey, let's do one thing. Let's have one grid server, Selenium server, and then add all the machines, whichever you have for available for testing, and whatever the code you sent it to the grid, they will parallelly send to these machines, get the testing done, and then get you the results. That is what
Oh,
I'm saying.
okay.
Simple. Just grid is for parallel executions. That's all.
Good. Uh,
Make sense?
but you still need to define all those other machines in this. All
Huh.
the
So in that case, the question number one, Rajesh, how do we set up the grid? Second
right,
thing, Rajesh, how do you add this machine to grid? That is a
right,
question. Correct now?
right, right,
And after that, how can we inform this code? Hey, don't go to the local driver, go to the grid. Correct now?
right, right.
So these three questions will solve it. So now understand this. So here, this is the first thing. How can you set up a grid? So you know what? Uh, and how you set up a client. This is the uh, node, grid node. So you know what? To set up a grid and to set up an agent, okay, what you have a same library. Yeah, you have a same library. Which library? This one. This Selenium hyphen server will act like a in one machine grid, and in another machine act like a agent. How? Let me show you. So here I'm running this. See here, when you run this command, mind it, when you run this command, see here, this is the jar file, okay, and what is the role you are giving? Hub means grid. So when you run this command, this this machine, any machines where you run, it will become a grid. Simple. Okay, so let me do the stuff. Okay, command, what happened? Okay, file change actually, wait a second. New version, it is a node, and this is the new version. Okay. So that's an old version. So this, if you add a hub, it will act like a grid. See here, enter. In any machines, allow. And you see here, started Selenium grid, dab, dab, dab. This is your grid address. You can browse this. This is your grid. See here. Now they have a new node registered it. We'll do that. Got it? Now how to register how to create a grid?
Yeah.
Okay, how to register node? Mind it, node registrations you will do in the other machines, not in the same machine. But same jar file you can use it. How to do that? So I'm doing in the same machine just for the demo. This command you have to run. So node means node, hub means hub. Simple. So go to this machine, and now here, see, registered the node. So here what you did, basically by default they take a local host. Okay, by default. If it is in different machine, then extra entry you have to make it. Got it? So this was a local host, by default they take it. But if node is in different machine, so you will say, okay, this is the IP address of node, this is the port number of node, and dab dab dab. So that is, you can do that. So now if you see that, refresh, I cannot see so far. I cannot see so far. Wait a second. Okay, sorry. Right now it added. So okay, no need to add. I think is there. So what is happening? I'll tell you. There's a one bugs in the command line. So if you hit, then you will get some message. So now it got added. So you see that there's only one. So like this, you will add a hell lot of a node actually. Other else this command will also you can use it if it is a different server and all. So now how to register a hub and how to register a node? You got it?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, now after that, third thing. So see here, first thing is done, second thing is done. Now WebDriver and all, you know that you have to keep it in every nodes actually, and the browser also should be installed in every node. Now the question is, how do we tell, hey code, don't go to the local driver, go to the grid. So grid address is this one, mind it. This is the grid address. Okay, so all the test cases you have to send to the grid address. So for that, I'll show you the code. Look at the code. So earlier, if you remember, I had hard coded the driver, the local, the path. Let me show you rather than talking. See, this is the hard coded actually C drive. Correct now? It's a
Mm.
local driver. But here in
Mm.
this code, if you see, what is this?
That's the
WebDriver.
WebDriver.
Sorry, grid. Correct? Got it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is the way you send the code now to the remote, which is in this image. This code will be sent to here, and this grid will decide where to run this, and then give you the output, and that is how you parallelize the things. So my main requirement was thousands of test cases in 10 minutes. So I need hundreds of node actually. Correct now?
Yes.
So this is the way the Selenium works. So these three components, I'm not running this one right now. So this is the three component which you need to get it up and running and go on. Okay, any questions so far?
Have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video.
Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest.
Thanks for watching.